Hello, good morning. Well, sorry for the delay in putting up this record. There was a severe connection problem in my house. The internet has sort of like the wiring somewhere has dropped and it's not working. I have a very powerful internet, but it's not working. Now we have to solve it today, but hopefully the Unify people comes and fix it up. Anyway, lecture 10. Not much here, that's why there was a delay also, but pricing options on stock indices, currencies, and futures. That's the topic today. But more important here is to identify what happens when the underlying stock pays dividend. We're going to look at it in two bases. There's a model with dividends. Cash dividends given to you in dollars and cents basis, but of course at periodicals given to you. And also, what happens if there's a dividend yield on a continuous basis in a percentage terms? How do you adjust for it? This is a very important part in this lecture. Well, other than this, options on index. What happens? You buy options. Usually, fund managers who are managing wealth portfolios would buy put options on index because usually the question will be such that the portfolio will be mimicking the index. Can be S&P 200, S&P 500, or ASX 200, any of the index. And normally we have got a multiplier there. Index value may be converted into dollars by 100 times or 200 times and so on. But when you are having a wealth management portfolio, your downside risk is that the wealth value should not fall. If it falls, how it falls is normally it's mirroring the index value. So you can buy a put option on the index at a certain strike where you want to set the what we call the safety net level. Maybe you don't want the value to fall below 10% of the total value. For example, you have got a value of 500 million and you don't want to have about 500 million, 10% of it will be about 50 million. You don't want the value to fall below 50 million. That means 450 million will be the level. So you can buy a put option. We'll look into that. And of course, currency options are mainly whether what is your domestic denominator, especially whether are you talking about paying in US dollars by having your currency as ringgit here maybe, or you want to pay Aussie dollars. There are two problems here, currency options, whether are you in a payable issue or are you in a receivable issue. Where you want to buy, if you want to pay, then you're going to buy the foreign currency. Then you have to go for a call options on the foreign currency. But if you're receiving, then you're going to sell that foreign currency. Then you have to go for a put option on the foreign currency. Options on futures are not exactly what we're going to cover here. It's out of our scope, but you can know a little bit about it. Well, dividends. European options on dividend paying stocks. All this while we have been seeing non-dividend paying stocks, but if at all there is an issue about dividend paying stocks, are valued by substituting the stock price as zero less the present value of the dividends into the Black-Scholes model. You know very well, we will give you the interest rates, continuously compounding interest rates, which has got the same value for all maturities. So you can use that to discount it. Now, to convert the dividend at a certain periodical time given to the present value, because S0 is present value. Only dividends with X dividend dates during the life of the option should be included. That, let's say, The option has got 6 months life, and you are receiving a dividend in 4 months. So you have to bring down that dividend to the present value if the dividend is given to you in a dollar value. And that present value dividend will be subtracted or minus from the S0. So you are taking the net of the S0 after minusing the dividends, present value of the dividend. The dividend should be expected reduction in the stock price. So S0 is the current stock price. If there is a dividend coming in 4 months from now and your options is 6 months life, that dividend should be able to reduce the stock price. So that we are doing it now, bringing it to the present value to minus from the S0. Okay, let us see. Money dividend. What we mean by money dividend is given to you in dollars. Reduce the stock price by the present value of the dividends. Discount the X dividend dates at risk-free rate. For example, X dividend 2 months and 5 months and 50 cents in each case. Risk-free rate is 9% per annum. So present value of the dividends. First you take 0.5 exponential to minus power of minus 0.1667, that is the 2 months of 12 months, times it by 0.09 the percentage, plus another 50 cents exponential to minus power of 0.4667 is the fraction for 5 months over 12 months, times by 0.09, and you add both, the summation of it will go to 0.9741. That is the dollar value which you are supposed to subtract from your S0, which is equal to 40 now. Suppose given to you S0 is 40, sigma is 30 or 0.3, time is 6 months, 0.5, strike price is $40. Adjust the S0 by the present value of the dividends, that the new S0 will be, normally I call it S star, that is 40 minus 0.9741 equals to $39.0259. That is what you're going to use in the equation S0 or S star. Look at here, Black-Scholes model. When you want to calculate the D1, instead of using 40 as S0, where this is at the money kind of option. So you find the natural log for 39.0259 divided by 40 plus 0.09 plus 0.3 to the power of 2, that is for what we call it as the sigma square divided by 2. The entire equation is times by 0.5, the time divided by 0.3 square root of 0.5. So what is different here is only that S0, which is adjusted for the dividend. The rest of the equation is same, and D2 has what you calculation, right?